Just a good old-fashioned beatdown.
What is going on, everyone? The Phillies just pumped the Pirates. Won the series. They won 12-3 tonight. Dominated. It's just that simple. They dominated. Let's talk about it. Before, though, don't forget about that promo code BROADS. Free $20 off of your SeatGeek purchase. I love the fact that everyone who uses the promo code is sending me pictures on my Twitter at Broads81 and showing me their seats. That's awesome. So if you would love to do it, I'd love to see it because that's a really cool way to kind of connect. This game was so one-sided, and I'll take that all day long when the Phillies are on the top. You can take a look down this lineup and just see how every single player did their job. Every player produced. Well, except for Sean Rodriguez, who got booed for striking out, which I thought was hilarious. 17 total hits for the Phils, and the biggest takeaway was clearly Rhys Hoskins. He batted in the cleanup spot, and when I saw that, I was disgusted. I was pissed off, and I actually went back and screenshotted my tweet, and as you can see, frustrated with the fact that he's in the cleanup spot because he was struggling so much. But down below, in parentheses, when I say something like that, I know who I'm tweeting about is going to have a good night. So look what happened. And he was able to have 2 hits. He had a triple. He did have a walk. He had the RBI double. Fantastic game out of Rhys Hoskins. And we are just praying that this will get him out of the funk, because if we want to make some noise down the stretch here of the season, we all know we need Rhys Hoskins to step up. We need Rhys Hoskins to be a legit threat at the plate. Hopefully this can help him build momentum. He stated after the game, there's really only one thing that he did differently before the game, and that was get a haircut. I thought that was funny. But he also mentioned how he would swing about 80%. So just go up there, nice and easy, take a little bit off the swing. Don't try and crush and murder everything. Go up there and just swing the bat around 80%. It looked like it worked. Now, keep in mind, on the bump for the Pirates was nobody special, and he got a little banged around. But listen, you can't control that. You can only control what you can control, and that's going up into the box and swinging the baseball bat. So like I said, looking at this lineup today for the Phils, really everyone produced. Corey Dickerson only had 1 hit, but he had a home run. And just like Jay Bruce was producing for us when he came in and was playing left field, well, now Corey Dickerson is doing that, and his numbers are outrageous. Great pickup, and I was a big fan of it at the time. JT Realmuto, 3 for 5. He had a triple, a home run. He scored 2 runs. JT has been on fire, just all around on fire. We're going to need him just like we're going to need Bryce and Rhys Hoskins. We're going to need JT Realmuto to keep up this type of game. Bryce Harper, 2 for 4. He had a walk, so every time he was on base, came around to score. He also had an RBI. Bryce was electric. He's always electric. We know what Rhys Hoskins did in the 4th spot. Segura had 2 hits. Cesar, 3 for 5. 3 RBIs. Scott Kingery, 2 for 5. Adam Hazley, 2 for 5. And he produced 2 RBIs again tonight. So, luckily, this isn't really luckily as a whole, but luckily Scott Kingery wasn't able to play, not this game, the game before, game 2 of this series. That allowed Adam Hazley to sneak in the lineup, and since then he put together a couple games in a row here with some RBIs, so it looked like he was a little overmatched for a while, and he was going consistently over each game. But we're seeing a little bit of a stretch of what we saw earlier in this year when he was able to see the ball well and make good contact. Hopefully he's someone who can build off of that. Vinny V was on the mound today, went 5 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 5. Only 75 pitches in 5 innings? Whoa! But once we saw the lineup kind of turn over again, it was time to pull him. I'm not a big fan of seeing Austin Davis or Garcia in a game, but when you're demolishing the other team, okay, you'll take it. You'll take it. Even though you're not comfortable with a big lead with this Phillies team, because we've seen big leads really get tighter and tighter quickly before, you'll take it. I just know Austin Davis and Garcia both stink. They stink. But we win a series. We win a series against a bad team. You would think that would be common. You would think that would be easy to say. But with this team, that's just not the case. That's not how it's been. We have the Cubs and the Mets beating up on each other, and it seems like the Cubs are going to win again tonight. At least that's where it is at the time of this recording. It's a good and a bad thing as the Mets continue to fall out of the race, but you need to catch the Cubs, so it's a weird spot to be in. We see the Mets next, though. And it seems as if their really hot stretch is somewhat coming back to reality. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to have a really tough series against the Mets, and we're going to have to come out on top. Now, we have an off day tomorrow, which you can say is a good thing, but maybe it's a bad thing because you beat a team 12-3 and you record 17 hits. It's almost as if you would want tomorrow to be a game day so you can just roll in with momentum so you can have some swagger and just continue that hot tear as a lineup. Ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. That's all this team provides. But with that being said, they won the series. And it was an easy game. It was a game where you just relaxed through, not too much stress. You could almost say from an entertainment standpoint, it was a little boring because it was so dominated. But at this point of the season, good, dominate. It doesn't seem like we have that many games like this. When was the last time you were able to relax like I did in the beginning of this video, where you truly sat back, had a smile, had a cold one in your hand, had a water, whatever your choice was, and it was just background noise because we were on the domination side. Normally, we're the team being dominated, and you're frustrated and can't keep it on and can't focus. But this was the opposite, and I'm not used to that. For a team that has, 69 wins this season? I can't remember too many that was of this nature where it was easy and calm and your team just rolled through the other squad. It's unbelievable to think about where the Pirates were, though. That second half, after the second half, they legitimately had a stretch and are currently in that stretch similar to what the Phillies did last year in late August and September. It's been that bad for the Pirates. They completely fell out of their division race. They fell flat on their face. I love the fact that Sean Rodriguez got heavily criticized once again today. You can tell he's just frustrated. I mean, clearly there's no emotional ties for him in this city. He's going to end his career and look back at his Philadelphia tenure and probably be miserable and say, whew, that fan base is something else. And you know what? You did it to yourself, though, dude. I mean, you should have just watched what you said. You should have gave us the generic answer. One thing I love about Rhys Hoskins, and I know his stretch has been so bad, really. I love the kid, and I still firmly believe that he's going to find a way. But maybe not this year, maybe this game helps it. I'm just saying in general, as a complete player throughout his career, I believe Rhys Hoskins will be okay. But one thing he does great, it's talking to the media. He owns up to everything. His style is so good when it comes to the media. He can butcher a normal catch in a double play in the ninth inning. And what does he do? He stands right up into his stall and he answers all the questions. Now, obviously, I want a player who can perform, and like I said, I believe Rhys will be that guy throughout his career as a whole, but when things do go bad, he stands up, he stands tall, and he answers the questions. And he answers the questions correctly, and he doesn't back down, and he accepts the issue, and he tries to move forward. I love that out of Rhys. He owns his mistakes. And you can tell that it bothers him. He cares. Of course, I don't want him making mistakes, but mistakes happen in sports, and he owns up to them. That's better than the alternative. I really do love the way that he reacts to the media when things go south. I want them to play tomorrow. I really do. Especially knowing the Mets are up. It's a series that gets you going. As a fan, it's a series where you feel a little bit of fire inside. It's playoff-ish. It has that type of vibe to it. You can tell it's going to be emotional. The Mets are starting to go the wrong way. They need to really hold on to it. So they're going to have some passion and fire. Yet the Phillies, they're doing the same thing. They're going to have some emotion and fire, and they're division rivals. I'm amped up. I'm truly amped up for this Mets series. But I'm proud of this team tonight. I am. They handled business. Yesterday didn't go so smooth. They fell apart in the ninth there. They had a costly error. Today, they pick up their teammate as a whole, 17 hits. Everyone down. The starting lineup was able to produce at a high level. Good. Win the series. Move on to the next. Let's see how this team responds in a big series against the Mets. It's going to be interesting. Let me know your thoughts down below on Rhys Hoskins, Bryce today, Corey Dickerson, Vinny V, anyone you want. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.